Hi guys, it's Tech with Meg. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to show you how to replace an iPhone 7 Plus screen. What you'll need, I have my iPhone 7 Plus. You can see it's cracked. I'm just going to replace the screen. I have my screen that I ordered off of Amazon. I will go ahead and link it for you guys. This one is the white one. Obviously, if you have the black one, you will order the black screen. And I also have my toolkit. Tools come in here, I just prefer my toolkit. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is what you'll get in the kit. Comes with a screen protector, instructions, these are your tools, and then the screen. And this is for cleaning the screen. So I ordered the full assembly. It comes with the speaker and camera already installed. If you don't order the one that comes with that, you will have to take it off of this screen, and I'll show you how to do that. So let's go ahead, and the first thing we are going to do is take out these screws in the bottom. So open up your tools. Look for the one like this. This is the one that you will use on the bottom screws. There are two of them. And two, so we got both of them out. Now the next step we are going to do is we are going to pull the screen off. The 7 Pluses have cables right here on this side and cables up here. So you need to be careful that you don't just pull the screen off. It's attached with cables, and then you also need to be careful along the bottom because there is a cable for the home button and we don't want to damage that either. So the way that I do this is I put the suction cup on and I grab, it comes with this tool right here. Oh, like that. I have another one. It's a little bit thinner. It's like a guitar pick. Actually, I do have a guitar pick. Let me get that out. This one. So then I just pull the screen up. You want the suction cup to be as close to the corner as possible, and you'll just pull the corner up and slide whatever you're using up underneath. You can get around that corner. We're just breaking the adhesive under here. And then we're gonna get a little bit of a thicker one in there to help pry this screen up. So I go around this way, all the way up, come back down, and then I go around this side and up. You don't want to lift the screen because if it's not cracked and you're just replacing something else, you'll crack it. So once I have the screen to where it's lifted like that on both sides, I go ahead and pull the bottom up just a little bit, and then I start to wiggle the top. This one has some pretty stuck adhesive, so I'm going to take this and just try to break that seal. And just keep trying to work it out. As you can see, it's pretty stuck. Okay, then we got that. Again, here's cables here, cables here. So you don't want to lay the screen down because you don't want to damage the cables. So next we are going to unscrew. So this is where I like to grab my screwdriver. Oh, these are the 3 ones. Okay, so Apple uses different screws. So they use these ones, and then they also use, this one fell, let me grab it. They also use this one like a Y shape. So just depending on what phone it is, will determine what screws you have. So we have one. So then we are going to grab our pinchers, or you can just pull it up with your finger. Either way, pull that up. I like to stick these next to their screws so I know which screws go to which plate. The next thing I'm going to do is pop up the battery. This is the battery connector right here. I like to pop it up this direction and just pull it up like that so that the battery is not connected anymore. If you can see that, I just fold it up like that. The next thing we're going to need to do is remove these screws for the camera. It is this Y-shaped screwdriver again. We have 3 screws. Go, and we're going to pull the plate up. And now we are going to undo the cables. This is the camera cable right here. I'm going to just lift up one of the sides, pop that up. Here's the 2 screen connectors. Got that. And we have the screen removed. Now the next thing we are going to need to do is remove the home button, because with the iPhone 7 and up, the home button will not work unless it is the original home button. The older ones like the 6 and the 6S is an actual physical home button, so even if you don't have the original home button, the home button will still push. The Touch ID just won't work. But with the 7 and up, the home button won't push at all. So the first thing we are going to need to do is remove these screws right here for the home button. So there are 4 of them, and they are this, oh, not that one, sorry, whoa. They are this Y one, so. When taking the screws out, especially these screws, you want to be really careful not to strip them. I have stripped them before and it is a nightmare. So you want to push down when you're screwing. You'll push down and put a lot of pressure for that first turn, and then you can let off the pressure. But you want to make sure that you get that first turn in to get it start unscrewing without stripping it. Okay, so we have that removed. Now, this is the home button. Here is the connector that connects it to the screen, and there's a chip. We need to be really careful with that chip, because if it gets bent or damaged at all, the home button won't work. And speaking from personal experience, I have broken many a home button replacing the screen. So you want to be really careful. Just take your time. So the best way I have found is to take my pry tool. Sometimes they come with these, sometimes they don't. So if yours didn't come with one, I mean, you can try and use this, or you can try and use this, but this is just what my preferred method is. So okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to, so this is connected to the screen this way, and this comes up this way. So the first thing I do is I just kind of reach in there a little bit, and I kind of hold the bottom down here with my finger, and I just try to carefully unplug it. Okay, there we go. So we got that. Then I push this up right here, and I hold it up with my hand, and this is glued down. Apple uses some sort of adhesive, even though it's screwed on and there's no need for it. So the best thing I have found is to use some sort of like X-Acto knife, and I push down into the screen because we are replacing the screen, so it's okay if the screen gets damaged. I would rather damage the screen than damage the cable. So I push down and I just work the knife underneath the cable to release the adhesive, just like that. And then you push the home button out and it comes right out like that. And then you'll see, so there's the adhesive right there. And then you just want to make sure that you don't damage this cable at all. I've damaged it before, and you can damage it really everywhere, and it's just not fun. So now we are done with this screen really quick. So if you got the one with the full assembly, just fast forward this part. But if you didn't get the full assembly, you are going to need to remove the speaker and the camera. So I will show you how to do that really quick. So again, it's using this Y screwdriver. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. So I'm going to go ahead and remove those now. Again, you're going to want to put a lot of pressure just on that first turn. Make sure you don't strip the screw. Okay. Now that I have those screws out, you pull off the top plate. And you don't just want to pull this off because there is a part that also has adhesive. So here's the camera. This is the speaker. The speaker's fine to just come out, and you can set that aside. And then right here, this little thing right here is glued down. So we're gonna have to pry it up. And then here is a sensor as well. So we just wanna work gently, like we did with the home button, and just pry it up so we don't break anything. Goes up. So I'm actually going to turn it, and I'm going to go in from the top. So I've got the sensor out. Now we just need to get this little chip. So you can do it this way, where you remove this whole section right here. This is attached here. So there we go. Okay, then we got this out just like that. And then most of them will come with this attached. So then you'll just have to remove these two pieces from each other. So just go in right here and just remove that. And then you are good to go. Then you will just stick that in. Stick it in on this part on your new screen. You'll put that down. There will be a little part where you pull adhesive off for this. You'll stick that in. Then you'll put the sensor in, and then you'll want to put this in like this. Fold the camera up and then screw it in. So I don't have that on this video. I do have another video that shows me doing the full assembly, so if you need to do that, I will link that video in the description. But now we are going to put our home button in our replacement screen. So here's the replacement screen, and we are just gonna go ahead and put the home button in. So This one still has the plastic on it. I like to leave the plastic on the screen when I am working on it because sometimes, especially if you're working with a really cracked screen, you'll get little shards of glass where you're working, and I just don't want to scratch the new screen. So I just leave the plastic on. You'll have to pull the plastic up just a little bit to put the home button in, because it goes in like that. And there's just a little black thing, so if that comes out, just put that back in. So then make sure that it's facing the right direction. It goes this way. And then I like to hold the plastic up like this, and I like to make sure it's lined up, because if you line it up really well, it will make plugging it in much easier. And then I just push it down, and then it should just plug in. Super easy. If it doesn't plug in super easy, you just need to be really gentle with it, because that's another way you can break the home button, is by breaking this connection. So just be gentle with it. And then now we just put everything back together. So there's the plate. Okay, then we are going to grab our bottom of the phone, and I am going to plug in the camera and the speaker and the LCD, plug in the battery, and before I screw the plates back on, I'm just going to make sure the screen works. So I do this. Make sure you plug the cables in before you plug the battery in. Sometimes it can kill the LCD if you plug it in before you plug the cables in. So that's why we unplug the battery first, and that's why we plug it in last. So make sure those are in. Sometimes if your screen doesn't work, go back in and try to make sure that you really have the cables plugged in the right way. Sometimes a loose cable can make it so it won't work. So here we go. Screen is powering on. Just want to make sure that everything works on it. Okay, go ahead and, oh yeah, this one the home button didn't work. I forgot about that. So if the home button doesn't work, you can go to settings, accessibility, touch, assistive touch, and turn on the assistive touch, which brings up this little thing, and it brings up all of these things if you want that. Or you can go to customize and just do one icon and just do home, and then it acts just like the home button. You just click once and it acts just like the home button. So then I'm going to make sure that the front camera works. Yep, hi guys. Front camera works, and going to make sure that speaker works. Hello, hello, hello. Awesome. Okay, it looks like it's good to go. Another thing you can do is hold these down, edit home screen, and you just pull it all over the screen just to make sure that there's no dead spots. If it drops and you don't hit a corner, like if it just drops by itself, there might be some dead pixels on the screen, but this one looks good to go. So we are going to go ahead and power it off. Just hold the side power button, and we are going to get this phone all closed up and ready to go. Okay, give it like 10 seconds to turn off. Then remember, open it up sideways because we have those cables. We are going to just leave it all connected, and we are going to go ahead and put these, what are these called? These That's what they're called. So grab all the screws for this bottom plate. So this is the only one that has different size screws for these two plates. So so the long screw goes right here, that one, and then the other three are short screws. So okay, and then we just have these screws over here, 1, 2, 3. Right there. Okay, we got everything screwed back in. Now, you see that little lip up there? We are going to slide that lip underneath the top. Push the sides down. You want to be very gentle. You can damage the screen very easily. Again, speaking from experience, damaged my fair share of screens. And then we are just going to put the bottom screws back in. So we need this one again. Screws are right here. And sometimes you have to hold the bottom just to make sure they line up correctly. So one, grab this other one. Two. And power it back up, make sure everything still works. I got a little bit of this adhesive. I didn't check very well. You want to check, make sure that all of the adhesive is either in the phone or has been removed so it's not hanging out like that. I'll have to fix it later. Okay, so everything works, and I am going to go ahead and show you guys how to put on a screen protector, because I have found what I feel is the best way to put them on. So you have your screen protector, pull it out. This is another reason why I leave this on, because then I don't have to use the white pads or the stick things or anything, because it's just, I pull this right off and I put this right on. So I pull this off first and get it ready to go. I pull this like that. Then I line up the home button and I line up the speaker. To do this behind here. Line up the home button and the speaker, drop it down, and then I push just straight through the middle. And that gives you a nice, even seal. And then I push around the edges, make sure I get all those parts down. And then you'll see, no bubbles or anything. So there you go. This is how you replace the screen of a 7 Plus. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, or you know somebody who needs to replace their 7 Plus screen, go ahead and share it. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Like this video. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and comment below. And yeah, come back again for more repair videos. Bye.